Today's story is very interesting. It is about a husband who's a dirty cheater, and he absolutely ruins his entire family. But guys, it doesn't end there. We're going to see the perspective of his wife. She's going to detail every single thing that he did and how she's going to get revenge on it. And then, after we hear everything she has to say, guess what? Her husband, the one that cheated on her, is going to post his response because he found his wife's post. Guys, today's story is insane. Let's get into it. I never imagined I would be making a post like this, but here it goes. I'm Avery. I'm a 40-year-old pastry chef. I live in a small town with my partner James, of 12 years, and our 2 children. Life has been very chaotic, but good. I've been running a bustling little cafe downtown while trying my best just to balance work, family, and everything in between. But if I'm being honest with you, things have not been as happy at home as they seem. James and I have been arguing more, and some things just felt off in our relationship. I tried to brush it off as normal up and downs, but this nagging voice in my head knew things were not right. My 40th birthday a few weeks ago should have been a celebration, but instead I found myself reflecting on how much James and I have grown apart over the years. The spark that we used to have feels like a distant memory. Then everything changed one Tuesday afternoon at the cafe. James' old cell phone that he uses for our smart home system, it kept buzzing with messages after message, and curious, I picked it up and felt my heart drop. Right through the floor. It was romantic messages from a number I didn't recognize, talking about a secret meetup and a getaway. My hand shook as I frantically took a screenshot of the text and emails. My mind was racing. James has been having an affair behind my back after everything I've done to support his family. I was in shock. The person I thought that I knew best in this entire world has been deceiving me for God knows how long. I wasn't sure what to think or feel, but I knew I needed somebody to talk to. I called my best friend Sarah and told her everything. She came rushing over so I wasn't alone with my thoughts, which can be a dangerous thing. And she just helped me start gathering all the evidence and draft of plannings. With her support, I found the strength to start preparing for whatever came next. Well, after a long talk, Sarah convinced me to meet with a lawyer to understand my rights and options. The lawyer assured me that if I proceed carefully and legally, I have a strong case for divorce and custody. My priority is making sure my kids are cared for, so I want to ensure that I have this legal footing down. Between meetings with the lawyers and comforting confused children and running the cafe, I'm overwhelmed and exhausted. Our tight finances have been strained even further by James' neglect. Some days I don't know how I'll even make it work. But giving up, that's just not an option. I'm determined to do whatever it takes to rebuild some stability and maybe find happiness for myself and my children. So, I've been putting in extra hours and taking on these catering gigs at the cafe. I've been putting away every spare penny I can, and I'm looking for a new place, a fresh start just for the kids and I. Away from this toxic environment, and I'm documenting everything, preparing my case. James has no idea what's coming. I confronted James with the evidence I've gathered over the past few weeks. To say he was shocked is an understatement, and at first he denied everything, accusing me of misunderstanding and overreacting. But once I made it crystal clear that I knew the truth about his affair, his shock turned to anger and he lashed out at me for, quote, snooping. I tried to turn the tables on me, somehow making me at fault. But I stood firm. I held my ground because his manipulation's not going to work anymore. I made it clear I knew about the affair and that our relationship was over. It was difficult facing the wrath and defensiveness, but hey, having confirmation that I'm doing the right thing by leaving this toxic mess, it does give me a bit of encouragement. I know this is the only forward path from here to protect myself and my kids, and now on to the challenging part. Divorce and custody, ugh. I met again with my lawyer and we're moving forward with filing a divorce on the grounds of adultery. I'm glad I have such a strong case with all the evidence I've been archiving. We also discussed seeking full custody of the kids with supervised visitation, given, of course, concerns about James' parental fitness. The legal process is daunting, but hey, it feels pretty empowering to take control. I'm standing up for myself and my children, taking control. And thanks to my meticulous planning and documentation, I have confidence that justice will be served. The truth will prevail. Anyways, in other positive news, after weeks of searching, I finally found a decent 2-bedroom apartment. Yeah, I can afford it too. It needs a bit of fixing-upping, but it will be a sanctuary. A safe place, a peaceful home where my kids and I can just heal and rebuild our lives. I can't wait to move out of this tense, toxic house. The future is starting to look brighter. So, the day finally arrived. We were officially moved out and settling into the cozy new apartment. It was a bit bittersweet, packing our things, closing the door of the old life for the last time, but hey, once I finished unpacking the first few boxes, I noticed something. I could breathe. The anxiety I'd constantly felt in that house was gone. So, over the past month, I've been adjusting to single parenthood and our new norm. It's been challenging, of course, with the kids missing their dad all the time, but hey, we're gradually building. Anyways, through all this, I've reconnected with some old friends even, leaned on my support system, and even started cautiously dipping my toe back into the dating pool. I met a kind, grounded man. His name's Isaac. I met him through work. I've been keeping my eye on him for a while. We started off taking things very slow, but to my surprise, I'm starting to feel hope for finding love again. He's patient, caring, and refreshingly drama-free. The opposite of my absolute disaster I call a marriage now. I still have these difficult days, though. My grief over the end of my marriage, it comes in waves. Co-parenting with James is pretty tense. I still struggle with trusting people after having my faith shattered, but the difficulties are far outweighed by the sense of independence and relief. Anyways, if there is anything to tell you guys, I will update you. What's up, everybody? So I have multiple updates for you today. We're going to hop into update number 1, but if you haven't taken a second, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's go ahead and see what's going on with OP. Update number 1. Hey everyone, Avery here with an overdue life update since my original post about leaving my cheating partner started divorce proceedings and moving into my new apartment with the kids blew up. I'm happy to say that the kids and I are adjusting well to our new normal. We've made the apartment feel like a home, these little do-it-yourself projects and decorating. Moving in together as a little family unit has brought us closer. The divorce process is ongoing. James continues to be difficult about the terms, especially around child support payments and custody arrangements, but I'm standing my ground with my lawyer's help. The evidence is on my side, and I'm not giving up until we reach a fair resolution for the kids' sake, and I get a bit of revenge that I deserve. Well, speaking of the children, I'm so proud of how resilient they've been through everything. My daughter, Emily, has had trouble in school at first, so I made sure to stay on top of her assignments and spend extra quality time together. She's bouncing back. Anyways, my son Alex seems to be adjusting great overall. He loves having his big boy room. A couple friends mentioned that they've seen James around and he is not doing well. Apparently, he's already moved in with the woman that he had the affair with, but they're having issues. Yeah, sad. I can't say I'm surprised to hear his bad choices are catching up with him. I wish him well, but my priority is my own family now. Not so much revenge, as much as I want to do it. I'm much happier in my relationship-wise. Isaac and I have been getting oh so serious. He's become an incredibly caring, supportive partner through the ups and downs, but we recently decided to officially move in. When the lease is up, we'll be doing it. The kids adore him, and I feel so grateful to have found somebody I trust deeply. But it hasn't all been smooth sailing. James and I are still battling over custody arrangement. I'm trying to get full custody legally as primary caregiver, but with generous visitation rights. However, James is digging his heels in, insisting on 50-50 joint custody. I worry about the kids having so much instability bouncing between homes. But I have faith the judge will make the right call. Between child support payments, a raise at the cafe, and cutting down on some unnecessary expenses, I've begun digging myself out of a financial hole that I found myself in from the marriage. I know I still have a lot of ways to go to feel fully secure and comfortable, but hitting this benchmark makes me feel so empowered. Well, I do want to mention, guys, James tried to contact me attempting to reconcile. He sent this long apologetic email going on and on about missing me, making mistakes. I'll admit a small part of me was tempted to consider his pleas. Until I remembered all the pain and deceit, I'm not that same naive, trusting person anymore. I kindly but firmly told him that the chapter of my life is closed for good, and any future co-parenting decisions will have to stay strictly focused on the children. I'm proud of myself for staying strong and honoring my well-being. Update number 2. A year later. Hello again. I can't believe it's been nearly a year since my first post. I'm back with round 2 of life updates. Well, first, the big news. My divorce is finalized and my patient lawyer helped secure a fair custody agreement and financial settlement. It was an enormous relief signing those dang papers. That chapter is over. And in much happier news, Isaac proposed. I was completely surprised on a trip we took together just because, well, we celebrated our engagement surrounded by the beautiful fall foliage. The kids are thrilled to officially gain a father who actually cherishes and values them. After so much heartbreak, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude to begin this new chapter. Okay, now on to more of the day-to-day updates. The kids began school year in our district with Isaac's home. Emily, once again, made the honor roll. I'm so proud of how she's thrived since transferring, and Alex tried out for the soccer team. Seeing that kid blossom makes my heart rise. Anyways, I was selected for a competitive pastry chef mentorship program. I applied to it months ago, and guess what? I'm over the moon. I start next month, and I just know this will open so many doors. Wow. Rebuilding trust in relationships after infidelity is an ongoing process. I still have my moments, suspicion, jealousy. Isaac helping me get through it, though. We've built our partnership in open communication, patience, transparency. I'm so thankful to have a man who understands that baggage that I carry, and he doesn't judge me for it. Anyways, thank you guys for all your help. What's up, everybody? I thought that was the end of the story. However, I came across a post from somebody oh so familiar. That's right, it looks like James. Yeah, Avery, OP's ex-boyfriend of 12 years. Yeah, it looks like he found this post and he decided, well, you know what? I'm going to defend myself, and this is what I have to say. Guys, final update from the OP position of James. Damn, I can't believe what I'm reading here. My ex Avery's been posting a bunch of lies about me cheating on her or leaving me. Yeah, and everyone's just eating it up. Well, I want to set the record straight. Yes, we had our issues towards the end of our relationship, but I never cheated on Avery. I'll admit I got a bit distant as she became more controlling and paranoid. I needed some space to breathe. I started confiding in a female friend from work because I felt alone at home. Their conversations were perfectly innocent, though. Avery fixated on this friendship, convinced herself in her little silly head something shady was happening. And you know what? She snooped through my things while I was sleeping one night. She found some playful banter with my friend and flew off the hinges, accusing me of cheating and God knows what else. I tried to reassure her over and over nothing's going on. But she was convinced I've been unfaithful for months, gathering, quote, evidence against me like a crazy stalker. I can't believe the web of lies she created. Anyways, yes, we got in some heated arguments as I tried desperately to make her see reason. Our relationship was under strain because of her obsessive paranoia, not because I was sneaking around. I may have said some harsh things, completely out of frustration, but I never laid a hand on her. Come on. Despite my pleas, she forced me out of our own home, turned my confused kids against me with these wild stories, and she robbed me of seeing them with her ridiculous custody demands. I'm their father. Don't I have a right to be involved in their lives? But no, she smeared me as some deadbeat cheater and liar to our whole community and across the interwebs. Meanwhile, she secretly moved our savings to an account only she controls and ran up debt, and now I'm stuck paying it. I'm broke, alone, credit in the gutter, and being slandered online while she plays the victim? Ugh. Oh yeah, and this new perfect man she supposedly met right after our split. You know what? I know it. She's been cheating on me with him. The timing is awfully convenient, and remember when she said I've had my eye on him for a while? What does that mean? Not to mention, I saw flirty comments between them on her social media months before the breakup. Guys, she's spinning this entire sob story for sympathy and praise, and
when she's the one who destroyed our family without cause. I gave her everything, and this is how she repays me. She's completely derailed my life with her paranoid delusions. Yeah, I'll admit our relationship had issues, but you know what? We both contributed to it. I never strayed. Even now, I wish more than anything that we could have repaired things for the sake of the children. Anyways, despite it all, I miss the life that we built together. I miss movie nights with the children, meal prep in the kitchen till the late hours of the morning, our inside jokes. I would have done anything for her and our family. Now I've lost everything over nothing but paranoid assumptions. I'm far from perfect, and I didn't deserve this betrayal. I've been a damn good father and a partner for over a decade, only to have it dismantled overnight. Now I can't even defend myself, well, without looking like the bad guy. Well, you want me to be the bad guy? Fine, I'll be the bad guy. Believe what you will, but I know my truth. I gave that relationship my all into the very bitter end. She threw it away. Not me. The infidelity was in her mind, not my actions. Nobody wins here in this situation. I just pray one day, for the children's sake, we can find a way forward in peace.
Well, I'm going to let you guys know, reading the perspective from the husband, it changed everything for me. I was so against this guy throughout the entire story until we heard it from him. I mean, who do we even believe? And you know what really sucks about this situation? How many times have we read a story or a post on a thread and saw only one person's side of the story, one perspective, one point of view, and of course we're going to take that person's side because they are able to warp a few of the changes here and there to make them seem like, oh, they were the victim the whole time when we don't know the full story. I'm not saying the husband's telling the truth. I'm just saying, wow, that last post, it opened up some stuff and, well, we have to ask more questions now, guys. I want to know what you think about it, so do drop your comments down below and let's discuss what you would have done if you were the husband and you found all these posts that your wife has been making about you on the interwebs and you're like, hey, she's lying. Guys, I would love to hear from you. My name's Mr. Reddito. I narrate stories like this every day, and this is my revenge channel, where every story has to do with some sort of karma or petty revenge. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe. And, well, of course, remember, it's cool to be kind. Peace.